Hello and welcome. I'm really glad you joined me today, which is going to be a thigh class workout. So when I'm talking about thighs, I'm going to talk about the outer thighs, the inner thighs, front and back. But today we're also trying to be concentrating on the bits that are not used so much or not exercised so much because they don't come into our everyday existence. It is going to be the outer and the inner thigh. All of it's going to be supported by your zip and hollow on, your core work, and we'll be using that to really keep our strength up in our legs. Okay, so what I'll be using today is I will be using a set of 4s for my inner thighs. I'll be using that on the mat. I'm also going to be using a thicker band. If you haven't got this thicker band, no worries, you can have the small loop band as well for it. This just is a little bit more comfortable to wear, and then this will be there on our longer levers as well. Okay, so if you've got those ready, we'll have those by and we'll get ready to go, and we're going to be doing a circuit that's going to be 4 minutes long, and we're going to go through the exercises and then we're going to do a repeat as well on them, so those thighs will get a really good workout on this. Are we ready to go? We're ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to do a little roll on my hips. Lovely, good, and then round the other way. Then I'm going to take a little dip forward. So dip forward by pushing your hips back and coming back up again, and then down, down, and back up. Good. Got one more, and back up. I'm going to do a step touch here, little step touch out, little step touch. Lovely, good. Just grabbing that air. Feel like your core is already pulled in. I'm going to come up on my toes. Give me that lift up. Yeah, I've got another 4, 3, 2. I'm going to do a step leg curl here. Step leg curl. Feel it on the fronts of the thighs, get that little stretch out. Backs of the thighs working for you, the hamstring working to get the back of that leg up. Lovely, good. Now I'm going to bring the knees to the front. I'm just going to do a little twist through. So I'm going to use the hip flexors here as well. So hip flexors, get that turn. Lovely, good. Give me that turn around. Feel it in the waist. And all the time my zip and hollow is keeping my knees to the front. Lovely, good. Lovely, good. Step touch. Just using your upper half, give me that squeeze. Lovely, good. Up. Good, going to be here. I'm going to do a little runner. So again, all the weight on my front leg. You will be using that front leg for a basis for some of the exercises. So get used to standing on it. Do not seesaw your weight. Keep it there. Lovely, good. And then just change over legs. Pushing it up. Feel that little work on the obliques as that elbow goes back, that knee drives forward. Good, got another 8. Got another 4. Lovely, good. I'm going to put one forward, one back. Go dip down over it. Get me that drop. And come up. And do one more. Lovely, good. I'm just going to get a little lift up here. Again, waiting with that weight on my front leg and my fingertips on my hip bones where I can feel my zip and hollow on. Lovely, good. Yeah, lovely, good. On the other side. So you can feel those glutes working for you. Oops, keeping your balance. Okay, give me that lift. Zip and hollow on. I'm just looking at space in front of me here. Lovely, good. So to the inside. Give me that little drop down. A little bit of an extension on the inside thigh here. Lovely, good. Dropping down. Pushing that bottom back. Keeping a nice straight back on this. 2 and 1. Lovely, good. Coming up. And I'm going to start my first circuit. Okay, my first circuit I'm going to be using, if you need to put these bands on, you can sit down to do it. Just the bands, and they're going to go around your ankles. Lovely, good. So again, just around the ankles there. It's going to be a squat and lift to one side, a squat and lift to the other side. So my glutes are working for me the whole time, and then my outside thighs as well to get that lift. Okay, if we are ready to go, we're going to go 5, 3, 2, 1. We are 45 seconds on. Good, give me that push. Lovely, good. Now if you don't have any bands, even this action here and getting that lift out will give you some work on that outside thigh to get that lift out to the side. Good work. And up. Drop. Remember about your squat, bottom back, back nice and straight. And I'm just keeping a check on where my shoulders are. They're pulled back down and in. So again, there is a little bit of upper back work to be done on this. Doesn't let me roll over. Lovely, good. And get me that lift. Last few seconds now in single figures. 3, 2, 1. Good. I'm going to stand forward. That's what I mean about your weight being over that front leg. Sip and hollow on, feel like you've got longer in your spine here. And again, those abs keeping me nice and secure. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Give me that lift. A long leg lift here. Again, abs pulled in. But the work, a lot of it also is on that front leg on the glute. There. Just through the hips. Good. And get that lift. Lovely, good. You have got 20 seconds left on this now. 20 seconds. Front leg, you'll really feel that glute working for you. Good. And then that back leg, get the lift on the glute and the hamstring as well. Before we go back to those single leg lifts. Last few seconds now. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Back to forward. Get me that squat, get me that lift on the outside. Keep my sip and hollow on. Here we go. You've still got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat and lift. Lovely, good. So if you can use a medium band on this, because it is a long lever on both those. And long levers do mean harder work, especially if you manage to keep it nice and straight, which is where I want you to be. Push. Really use it in those glutes. Lovely, good. Give me that kick out each time. Pushing up and out. Lovely, good. We're down into the teens now. Give me that lift. Down to single figures now. Lovely, good. Make it nice and strong. 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. I'm on the other leg. Keep that sip and hollow on. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Give me that lift. Good. So again, I can really feel it now in this glute here. And get me that lift. Do make sure it's a straight leg lift at the back though. Don't have to rush it. Better to get it with a good position there. Big straight leg out and in. Good. Long in that length. Good. You've got 15 left. Here we go. Now you can keep this band on. 3, 2, 1. Or you can come with a heavier band. And I'm going to bring it up over my thighs. So, again, you can sit down to do this. Put your legs in. And then I'm bringing this up over my thighs. Just it's a bit more of a comfortable one to use, especially on these shorter levers. Okay, we are going to do a squat. We're going to sit in a squat, and I'm going to push out with my legs, and then push out with my legs. But I'm sitting in that squat the whole time. I'm not coming up and out of that squat. Are we ready to go? We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sitting in your squat. Step out with that leg. Step out with that leg. Lovely, good. Take your weight with it, so it doesn't stay in a squat the whole time. I'm reaching out with that leg. Getting out. Lovely, good. But my back is straight, so from the side, it's here and out. Work that band. Lovely, good. Just stepping out. Keeping low, like that little crab walk, and stepping out each time. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Okay, next one, it's going to be a slightly different position. I'm coming out, into a plie. So I've got my feet and my knees are going to be 10 to 2, and then I'm going to come into that plie wide, and then I'm going to bring my heel in, just one side. Good. So again, down to that plie. On my plie, my bottom is in close. Lovely, good. So just using that resistance band there, lovely, good. If you have no resistance band, even this working without the band will give you that squeeze in with that thigh each time. Lovely, you want those two legs to get near to each other. There, good. Dropping out and squeezing back in. Lovely, good. Last few now. Three, two, one. Good, well done. I'm doing the step out. So I'm going to come out of my squat to do it. So I'm there, that's like a squat position. Then I step out. Here we go. Stepping out and stepping out. So again, stay in that squat position. So your thighs are already working for you. And then reach out with that leg. Lovely, good. Reaching out the leg. Good. Glutes working for you the whole time. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. I'm stepping out on the other leg and then I bring it in, trying to squeeze your inside thigh at the same time. Okay, so in my plie, bottom's in close, my zip and hollow is on, shoulders over my hips. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and squeeze it in. Back into my plie squat. Lovely, good. Bottom tucked in now, doesn't go out with this one. But I want my feet and my knees stays a constant there. Out, 10 to 2 on the positioning there. Lovely, good. Okay, give me that squeeze. And good work, well done. This is where I take that band off. Actually, sorry, keep the band on, but we're getting on the floor. So if you can do it safely, do. Otherwise, take it off and then put it back on when we're on the floor. Okay, so I'm still using that. Or if you've got the lighter band, the little rubber band, you can use that. Okay, on this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an oyster. So still the outside of my thigh working, my glute working for me, my abs pulled in. Now you can stay doing an oyster like this with that lift, or you come up for me and do your oyster from there. So again, I'm off the floor. That under leg on the outside thigh has to do work as well. Okay, all ready to go. Ready to go in 5, 3, 2, 1. So you can be here, do me an oyster. Try and keep your hips to the front with that zip and hollow on. Protect your back. Lovely, good. So again, outside the thigh. If you want a little bit more extra work, it's up. Lovely, good. Get me that lift. Good, 20 seconds left. Lovely, last few seconds. We'll be doing the other side the next time round. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. On my next one, I'm back on the floor. On my back onto the floor, shall I say. I'm coming up. I'm working my feet so they're underneath my knees but wider than my hips. Okay, ready? Keep your bridge up, but push your knees out. Push those knees out. Lovely, good. Just that work against those bands, but all the time my glutes and my hamstrings keeping me up there. So again, I'm keeping my bridge nice and high. Good, give me that squeeze. Your hands can be on the floor if you prefer, or across your chest, up to you. Across your chest, just a little bit more work involved. 3, 2, 1, good work, well done. I'm going to play over to the other side. My oyster, on the floor or off the floor in a bridge, it's up to you. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So again, my upper glute here, my outer thigh, doing all that work for me. Now if I want a little bit more challenge, I can come up into that bridge, shoulder and elbow in line, core pulled in, knees slightly to the front, then I'm getting that lift. Lovely, good, give me that lift. Good. Lifting it up. Lovely, coming down into single figures now. That underside I can feel working on the outside of my thigh as well. Down the outside of that leg. Three, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Back onto my back. Okay, up, and we got that squeeze going on. Good, give me that push out. Keeping that bridge up high the whole time. Important for my structure there. My core pulled in, so I'm not going to try and extend those hips up. Pushing out. Keeping your bridge up high the whole time. Lovely, good. Keep that going for me the last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. I'm taking those bands off. And I've got, instead, those weights. Okay, so I just need one weight for this. Back of my knee. Both knees up. Out. I get a lower drop here. And I have to really look after your back by keeping your zip and hollow on. Arms are just out at the side. Both shoulders on the floor. One hip off the floor. Again, so it's a lot of core work here to keep you in the right position. Looking after your lower back. Here we go. Both shoulders on the floor. I've tipped over. So I'm on one hip. I'm opening out and then I'm closing. Good. So out and in. Core, think about that zip and hollow being on. Hip to hip. That belly button being pulled in towards your spine. Inner thigh working for me all the way up. Lovely, good. Give me that squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. My next one, the weight's in between my knees, so my inner thigh now has to grip that weight. I'm going to be doing a capital B in that it goes out straight and curls in. Okay, we are on, here. Goes out to the other side, both shoulders still stay on the floor like they did in my last one. Inner thigh, working, lovely, good, out and down. It's always my opposite oblique, so out to the right, it is my left oblique that's going to bring it in. Shoulders stay on the floor. Knees tuck in with my inner thigh, keeping that weight there the whole time. Lovely, good. Bring it in. Three, 2, 1. Good work, well done. On my second half of this, it goes underneath. Come over knee, hands out at the side. I drop over onto my both shoulders, one hip off, both shoulders on, one hip off, and Good. Now, as soon as that leg starts moving, really be aware of your zip and hollow, hip to hip being on, because my hip is off the floor here, and I've twisted slightly through my waist here to get that down. Good. Squeeze on that inner thigh. Rib cage down and in. Belly button pulled into spine. All the core muscles working for me as well. Good. So get that leg out and back in again. Lovely, good. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. And then my inner thigh works again for me. I'm keeping that in between my knees. Inner thigh has to work to keep it there. My hands are out. My shoulders stay on the floor. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I drop it out to the side. I curl it back into my chest. Out to the side. Then into my chest. Lovely, good. Really feel that core working for you. Good, out and in. 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. And we're up. We're on to our second circuit. You're doing great. Those glutes and those thighs are going to feel this work. Okay, lovely, we're up. And I've got that lighter band because it is going to be on a longer lever around my ankles. So just safely put that on, even if you have to just have a little pause and sit down to do it. Again, if you're not going to work with that band, you can do it by just doing the lift. You'll get work out of that as well. Okay, so squat. The squat, outside thigh lift. Okay, here we go. The squat, outside thigh lift. Lovely, good. And out. Drop. Keep my squat each time. There, my shoulders back and down, my back straight. Getting the most out of those glutes. I'll sit back on my heels. Lovely, good. And then the outside of thigh. Lovely, good. Drop. 3, 2, 1. Now, lovely, good. Last time I went back and used the back of my thigh. This time I'll just hook my foot at the front there and stand on the band with my other one, so it's underneath. And I'm going to do a squat with a knee lift up, which is working my front of my thigh. So squat up against that band. Give me that lift. Good. Get that knee to come up. Use that hip flexor. Use the front of the thigh. Lovely, good. And it's stuck underneath my other instep. Lovely, good. And up. Lovely, good. Squat and lift. Lovely, good. Up. In single figures now. I can feel it through that other glute because it's doing me the squat each time. And all I'm going to do here is change it over. Lovely, good. And then I'll go to that squat with the outside thigh. Okay, so the bands are placed in my underneath my instep there. It's just going to be the other leg does the lift. So zip and hollow on. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Drop. Give me that lift up. Lovely, good. That knee lift up. Drive that knee. Lovely, good. And then the glute does get a lot of work on this. Just that repetition through that 45 seconds using one glute the whole time to get me up. Other one is begin to lift that knee up. And again, I get that zip and hollow on, so I don't need to lean back. My shoulders back and down, my straight back. Good, and keep that good form each time. Get the most out of that exercise. And push up, lovely, good. 3, 2, 1, lovely, good. The last one on this little mini circuit here, and it goes over my ankles. Just get it nice and flat. It is more comfortable that way. Okay, I'm in my squat. In my squat, it's my squat, it's my leg, it's my leg. Okay, ready, here we go. Squat and lift, and then squat and lift. Lovely, good. Drop and lift it up. Lovely, good. Out. Down to my squat each time, up and out of my squat, using really just one side, that glute, that hamstring. Three, 2, 1. Good work, well done. That band comes off. Going to take a little bit of a water break here before I put that bigger band on. Again, you can take that band, you can put it on around your thighs. You can choose to do that squat and that plie without either on, if you haven't got a band. You'll still get a lot of work out of it. Okay, the band is ready to go. Remember, I step out on this one, so it doesn't stay into a squat. I step out on it and step out on it. So again, one leg does go a little bit straighter. Okay, down here, zip and hollow on. I step out, I step out. Lovely, good. Stay low on the legs though, so you know your thighs are working for you. It's like a little bit of a crab walk, but it's not in a constant squat. I let one leg go straight as the other one is powering out to get that work. Good work, well done. It is an outer thighs, not used as often because we're used to walking or running, always going in one direction. Lovely, good. So front and back of thighs get a lot more work than the outer and the inner. But good to work them for your knee balance as well. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Okay, so in my plie this time, to squeeze in using my inner thigh. So stay out with that push out from the outsides of the thighs. Okay, ready to go? 3, 2, 1. Squat and bring it up. This time my plie squat is even. Lovely, good. So I'm going to work through all the way through one leg. Squeeze in on my inner thigh. And if you need to, just try and get that instep behind that other foot. Lovely, good. So it's a bit more like a balance, a ballet stance. Lovely, good. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Lovely, good. And up. Get me that squeeze, get me that foot going behind. Three, 2, 1. Good work, well done. I'm going to do that step out, so it's the outer thigh again before I change back to the inner thigh. My structure here, my glutes, my core on the whole time. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Are we ready? Down. We stay down. I do my step out. Lovely, good. Stepping it out. Other leg straightens off slightly. Keep that pressure on the outsides of the thighs, but the glutes the whole time as well. Good. Give me that step out and step out. Lovely, good. Down. Getting down on each side. Last few seconds. I'm in single figures now. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Well done. In my plie, other leg coming in. So my legs are out slightly wide than they were before. There is tension on this band. Into my plie, 10 to 2 with my feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We are on. And then I come up. I go down. So again, that plie is even. And then the squeeze. Lovely, good. And squeeze it in. Lovely, good. Into that plie. Still feel that your feet and your knees. When I get out, I do not see my knees when I'm in that plie squat. My bottom's tucked in though, but my knees and my feet are in line. Lovely, last few seconds, and then we can keep that band, or we can get the lighter band. We're going to the floor. 3, 2, 1. Okay, good, we are on the floor. Coming down into that oyster position. Okay, here. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So I can be on the floor the whole time. Get me that lift. Through that glute, through that outer thigh, against that band. If you haven't got a band, you can get that lift, or you can always maybe put a little bit of a weight behind that knee and then get the lift. And if you want to, you can come up into that bridge. Just as a little extra challenge into that movement. Lovely, good. You've got 20 seconds left. Give me that lift. Give me that lift. Lovely, good. Lifting it up. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Coming back. Onto your back. Remember, knees and feet quite close together as in underneath, but my knees are wider this time. Okay, so this time I'm going to come up, give that outer push, and then I'm going to go down. Come up again and give the outer push. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, whereas before you stayed up and you get that push the whole time. Here it's just concentrating on getting that push up as well. Your hands can be on the floor if you want to, or across your chest. Lovely, good. So again, if you haven't got any support for your hands, this is where the glutes and the hamstrings here have to work even harder, and then my outside thigh to get that expansion on that band. Good work, well done. Up. Again, I've got my zip and hollow on, so I know I'm not going to be pushing my hip bones up to get into that bridge. Lovely, good. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. We're on to the other side. Into that oyster. Are we ready to go? Knees to the front. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So again, on the floor, if you want to be. Band, if you've got one. That's comfortable there to keep it on the thighs and get me that lift. Lovely, good. Want a little bit of extra work. I'm up. So again, my oblique here is working for me. It's tight. The outside of my thigh. On that underneath. It's also working for me. So it gets a double lock. That's it, good. Lovely, good. 20 seconds left. Into single figures now. That's it, lovely. That under glute, I can really feel. So that's the one that worked before. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Onto your backs. Feet, wider than my hips, but also close to my knees. Don't leave them too far out. You're bound to get a hamstring cramp if they're too far away. 3, 2, 1. Your hands can be on the floor. I got that lift. Then I got that push out, and then I went down. I came up, pushing out, and back down. Keep that zip and hollow on the whole time. Lovely, good. Up. You can have your hands across your chest if you want that little bit of extra challenge. Good work, well done. And out. Up. Give me that squeeze. Are we ready for that last circuit? We've got one more circuit to do. One more 4 minutes of work. Inside, outside thigh. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. That slips off, and then I put that weight behind one knee. Zip and hollow, really important in this one. Out, tip to the side, and here we go. We're straight on. Glute on the way out, inner thigh on the way in. And my inner thigh is always working to support that slow down. Don't let it drop to the floor, remember. Then think about what the zip and the hollow is doing. Hip to hip, belly button pulled in, and then get that squeeze up. Lovely, good. Only 3 more minutes of work after this. So work it through to the end. Get me that lift. Good, that squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Into the centre. This is where the inner thigh gets another little squeeze on it to keep that weight safe there. You do not want it dropping from that position. Okay, out. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Out to the side. Curl it in for me. Out to the other side. So again, my back is off the floor and it is getting a twist. So keep that sip and hollow on. Get used to really using your core in every aspect of the lessons that you do, the exercises that you do. Okay, squeeze it in. Goes straight out to the side and then squeezes in. Out and in. Three, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Okay, lovely. Last 2 minutes of exercise. You're doing great. Good. Okay, up with that other knee. Drop it to the side. 3, 2, 1. We're on. My lower back stays constant on this with my zip and hollow on. My shoulders stay on the floor. Lovely, good. Get that inner thigh squeeze. And up. Good. Really squeeze that inner thigh. Lovely. My back does not change shape at all. Really work that inner thigh. Give it a nice big out and then back up. So really use all of that movement. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Last exercise. Are we ready for it? That drop out, the in. My core working for me, my inner thighs, working to keep that weight nice and steady between my knees. 3, 2, 1, we're on, off we go. Out, curl it back in. So again, I'm using my obliques here. Lovely, good. My inner thigh to keep that nice and safe. So I'm pushing my knees together and holding that weight as well. And then bringing it in. Lovely, good. Keep it constant. Out straight and then curl it in. Out straight to the side. Remember, you're getting that twist through the waist and one part of your back is off the floor. Just on one hip at one point. So really keep that zip and hollow on. Good work. Well done. We're almost there. You have got last few seconds. 3, 2, 1, and well done. Good work. I'm going to take off that timer and I'm going to sit up to do my stretches out. So lovely, good. So first of all, let's just go a little stretch out with the hip flexors. Just push it up like that there. Okay, lovely, good. And then it comes back down again. Right, my first one is going to be a hamstring stretch out. So you can sit here or you can stand up to do it. But I'm just going to stay here and I'm just going to pull myself down and over. Lovely, good. Put something a little bit slower on here. So I'm just pulling myself down. That feels nice being open on that other leg. Getting that hamstring stretch. Okay, into the middle. Now you can just like pull yourself forward. But use your hands onto your, wherever you can stop on your legs there. But if you can, get them down by the ankles. And I'm really getting that stretch now over the lower back and then down the tops of the backs of my legs there. Lovely, good. And then I'm just going to do it on the other side. Just pulling myself down. Leaving that knee open. Lovely, good. Now I'm going to come to the front. So again, my legs just mirroring each other. 1, then the other. I'm going to come up, I'm going to do a little stretch out. You did do those obliques for me at the end, supported by my inner thigh. Lovely, good. Now I'm coming down and I come up and I push my hip bones up and I come up and across, and then that is going straight down my obliques, down through my inner thigh, down through my hip flexor into the front of my thigh. Lovely, good. So come back into the centre. I'm just going to put both feet together at the front there. Hold on onto the toes, a little bit like we did when we just held onto our ankles. I'm just going to pull myself forward. Let your head hang on this one and get a nice stretch out of your lower back. Lovely, good. Now I'm on the other side. Outside first, give me that stretch up and out. If you can, with both of your hips being on the floor. Lovely, good. Then I come down, I do my zip and tip and come up, and then lift it up and across, and really pushing that hip bone up. Down through my obliques here, down through my hip flexor, down through the front of my thigh. Lovely, good. Then I'm going to come to the front and putting one leg out. Here we go. Pushing your hips back. Lovely, good. In with that knee. And then pushing my hips back on that. Lovely, good. Then up to the top. And I'm just pushing my weight back over my heels. You can bend your knees if you like, or keep them straight there. And then slowly unroll. But remember the zip and the hollow protects your lower back there, where you've got that weight to the front. And just give me that little roll around. Just opening it out the chest. I'm going to do one swoosh through. Little swoosh through here. Up. Back down in front of my face there. And then down. Okay, very well done. That band really does help. So if you have got a band, do use it. Otherwise you can put the weight there, or you can just use your own body weight each time. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed teaching it to you, and I hope to see you again next time. Okay, bye bye for now.